Hey, this is Scott Telly, and I wanted to give you a quick tour of the set that we were shooting on today. We've been shooting some starter videos for our small group ministry. Our senior pastor just does a quick little introduction to the content that will be studied, and then we've been distributing that to our C groups or our small groups here at our church. And so I just want to give you a tour around the set, a little behind the scenes look on what we did to put that together today. So let's take a quick look. For our background, we decided to use we've got this big roll of white paper with a couple of old light stands that hold that up. And that kind of gives us a good background with a blue light that we kind of stole from a stage. It's just a par can with a blue gel on it. I think that's an ETC Source 4 par can, but any kind of blue light would work. And that kind of gives us the just that nuance in the background we were looking for. We grabbed some old TV towers that we've set up here to give us just kind of an industrial background. And so I really like how that turned out too. That looks pretty cool. But you can see here's kind of from where the camera would be at, what they show. And I'll give you a link in the notes below to the final video so you can kind of see how the final product turned out. But we're using three flow lights. We're doing a basic 3-point lighting on the main person here on the stool, which would be our senior pastor. And typically what you do is light them separate from the background. So I've got this totally makeshift kind of flag that I put up over here. I'll swing around so you can see it. It's an old clothing rack of some sort. And it's basically that's setting up there to block the light, so the light here doesn't go to the background because the background won't look as punchy if it's got extra spill on it. So I've got two flow lights here. The one I think on this side's a little bit hotter, dialed up a little bit hotter, and this one's slightly dimmer, so we can get a good light here. We're using a slightly smaller flow light back here that's going to give a nice hair light, which helps bring the subject out from the background. And then I'll give you a quick look at what we're shooting on camera today. We're using what I use pretty much all the time, which is a Canon digital SLR. It's a Canon 7D DSLR camera, and it looks a little bit more complicated than what it really is. Really, you could just shoot this kind of thing with the camera all by itself and you'd be just fine. However, the audio is being recorded separately through a let's see, that's a Rode shotgun mic that then basically comes around here and plugs into our Zoom H4n. And this audio recorder really does a great job capturing quality sound for all of our videos. We sync it in post, so in the computer we'll throw the video and the audio together and then kind of line them up, and maybe I'll show that to you someday. We also have this is our camera 7D. This rig here is just kind of a cage system with some rails here to allow us to add this pad prompter, which is a teleprompter, so he can kind of read what it is he needs to say without looking away at his notes. And what we use in here is just an iPad sits in here and then reflects the words into the glass so he can see what he needs to say without looking away from the camera. That's a pretty cool product. You can look that up on YouTube. I think the website is onetakeonly.com. But that's pretty much how it's set up. I just thought that maybe be helpful to kind of show some people what it looks like, behind the scenes and that sort of thing. If you find this helpful, or if you've got any other questions or anything you would like to see me shoot a video about or whatever, just leave some comments in the comments below. I'd love to hear what's helpful, what's not, maybe some more questions or some things I'd love to just shoot kind of as we try to make more awesome video for the kingdom together. Thanks.